Oh. I don't think I would make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
See it now because you see the... Yeah. Oh, hello. We're live. Why's my camera so low? Welcome to the first official morning show of 2023. In front of me, covered in the flakes of a buttery croissant he devoured like an animal in the elevator, George Rizos.
Good morning, everyone.
Of such fame as that time he ran for government and didn't win.
And that's it.
That's it, yeah. He also has the Backstage podcast, which no one knows why he's still doing it, because it's filled with lies. Not by him, he doesn't lie. We also have Just Us Dads, which I guess is on hiatus as of the end of 2022, I think. But who knows what 2023 will hold. I'd love to know what midget was sitting here, because my fucking microphone is so low. Who is here?
And it's always tight, right? Like, I mean,
it's
like,
fucking Guido. It's Guido. I know it's Guido.
Like, change it, fine, that's fine, adjust it, but don't fucking
Look at
tighten it.
Anyways.
That's the problem I have every time I sit there.
Over here, the scourge of the Roman legions, Antonius Phallus Sodomus Minimus, raping the Roman legions in their bottoms. Also saying croissant over and over again. It was funny once, maybe, sort of. But he's producing the morning show. You can find out more about him at imposeidon.com. Is it .com or
It's .com, yeah.
Not .gr?
Are you sure we're live?
Why would it be .gr?
Because you're grr.
Yeah, we're
also,
live.
I found out a dirty, dark secret of Poseidon's this morning. I'm not happy
I'm
about
gay.
it. That wouldn't be a dirty, dark secret. That would just be the worst kept secret ever. No, it's not a... Can I say it?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
To my disappointment, we're not actually live. You're on the wrong fucking video, George. That's comfort zone.
They say malacas.
What a fucking...
I'm sorry, guys.
Old people and technology, man. It's fucking wild. Poseidon, last year, in the year of the year of our Lord 2022, he quit the fucking evil devil weed known as tobacco. And I was very proud of him. I was very impressed. I was jealous. Not so jealous like I wanted him to fail, but I was impressed. And then this morning I walk in and there's an aroma of, I don't know, what was that? John Player's Natives?
Philip Morris.
And he was fucking smoking like a working class Frenchman, Philip Morris.
man.
I'm disappointed. I'm putting it out there so he can own it. Maybe he'll be shamed into stopping again. I doubt it.
No, you can't
If shame
shame
was a
me.
motivator for Poseidon, we'd have a very different human being
Look,
sitting
it's
Yeah,
here.
okay,
you would definitely would.
It's a little stumbling block. It's fine.
It's not a stumbling block. He stumbled. It's like I fell
It's
on a
okay.
dick.
Mike,
That's
Mike, the first time he quit, he relapsed like after a year or some shit. It was the same thing, and then he stopped again for good. So it's good. These things happen.
My dad
It's normal.
quit once when he was in his maybe early 30s for like 10 years. Then he started again, which was ridiculous. And then he almost had a heart attack, so they made him stop. So like that's the road we're on here.
And now he doesn't smoke.
Now he doesn't smoke. No.
I remember once coming over your place and your dad was smoking under the vent of the...
That was their idea of healthy smoking. Yeah. My mom still does it downstairs.
But it's like, you know, like when you're 18 years old and you're kind of hiding, or 16 years old and you're
In the
kind of hiding it
closet?
from your parents and you don't want it to smell. Like I would understand you're going under the vent of the stove, right? And the kids are like, okay, let's go. But when you're like middle-aged...
No, he
like,
just didn't want the house to smell.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I get it.
That was him making sure my sister didn't have asthma attacks, I guess.
It was funny though, because I was like, Bill, come sit down. Yeah, I'll come after my cigarette. I'm like, come smoke here, man. It's okay. I thought it was doing it for me. He goes, no, this is where I
No,
smoke.
they just never liked the smell of cigarettes in the house. That's what it was. I mean, after like 95. Before 95, it was like
You
there
don't
was
care.
ashtrays in every room. Yeah. We'd have Christmas parties and you couldn't see people. You're like, who's that?
My father was
That's
a heavy.
Yanni.
My father was a heavy smoker too, and you know the thing is,
Your dad smoked that?
oh heavy.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I've never seen him smoke.
No, it was he quit when I got into high school. So when I was in Sec 1 or 2,
Even if I had
somewhere
seen it, I wouldn't remember it at
Yeah,
that point.
no. But yeah, I used to smoke heavy. Happy New Year, everyone.
Hey,
Yeah,
wait,
Happy
wait,
New Year.
wait.
Oh.
My name is Phil Balabanos. Welcome to the morning show, balabanos.com. You can get merch.
Yeah, we
You
forgot all
can
the
get
plugs.
stuff. No, I was plugging you guys. I was just doing it with a little bit of finesse, as the youth say.
Hey, I'll plug you after.
And
Antonius Sodomus Minimus Phallus Natos. The scourge of the Roman legion.
did we mention
we got?
patreon.com/Pantelis?
No, we didn't.
Oh, you fucking
Patreon.com/Pantelis where you
whores.
can get all kinds of early access to all kinds of shows. There's a lot of new shows on the channel, I noticed, in the last 6 months that have popped up. Such classics as The Intellectuals, Comfort Zone, which is a live stream. There's also Neon Noons. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
we did. We went live for the first time. Neon Noon. It's
Neon Noon, spelled N-O-U-N.
No, Noon.
Yeah, noon, like noon.
Joker.
12.
No,
I
not
got
noon
merch
like
too,
pussy
Phil.
in
Plug
French.
Me. I don't know what that means.
He wants a plug. He wants a.
What kind of merch you got, Joker? What you do?
Good, thank you,
got
Joker,
plug?
for buying merch.
No, he didn't buy merch. He's saying he has his own merch.
No, he wants you to plug him like.
Like gay. I know, I follow. I was just... George is old. Technology confuses him.
What did I want to say?
Noon-ish. Yeah, that's right, because noon-ish.
So
it's
just
closer,
to
neon
give you
noonish.
the rundown
So
of
what's
the
the-
show.
yeah, what is that show?
So
Tell
basically, we
everyone.
talk about video games. We talk about all kinds of cool stuff happening in the world. We avoid, well, at least we try our best to avoid politics and scandals and all that shit. We try to make it like a just chill.
So it's hanging out with Poseidon and Pantelis right now.
yeah,
Maybe
basically.
occasionally when I'm here editing and you guys are noonishing,
Yeah,
maybe I'll just pop in.
yeah. The gay jokes are toned down by a lot.
Why?
Because it's not that.
It's
style.
noon. You don't do gay jokes.
So
at
the
noon.
Yeah,
idea is
noon-
just
at
focused
noon it's
around
gay.
video games as much as possible.
No, not just video games.
They're just
but-
talking about stuff that's interesting to them.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what you guys do on Sunday on the live.
No. On Sunday, I would say Pantelis Live is more of a hangout sesh / rant. Like Padel will go
Liano?
off on stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff that he's seen during the week or
Yeah.
conversation. He'll finish conversations that he started with another guest without them. Like he's been thinking about it.
Oh yeah, I do the same
Especially when
thing.
Viva, you finish every conversation without the person you were having it with. we've established this many times. Like he'll just show up and he'll be like, and then I figured it out, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He'll just walk in.
Where's the beginning of the story?
They interact with the chat.
and
Rosalita's
the
saying,
intellectuals. This episode, honestly, I don't know how this keeps happening. I'm pretty sure Adam is an actor at this point, and he's tricking all of us. But somehow the episodes just keep getting better and better. Like it's insane. You think we
what is this
scratched?
like
What are you talking
Gringa
about now?
voice
What are you
he's
talking
taking?
about
The
now?
intellectuals.
You think we
Never
scratched
seen an
the-
episode. And it's, by the way, it's not
You're
neon
missing
noon
out.
like N-O-O. It's neon noon. Like its
No, it's not
vagina's
pussy in
neon.
French.
Noon. Neon noon. Noon neon.
But yeah,
You
but
should
yeah,
get Neon to sponsor you guys, the clothing store.
there's a clothing store called Neon.
Neon, yeah. It's a local place.
Wow,
Buy some jeans there sometimes.
wow,
Wow.
croissant.
Stop saying croissant. George, I want to get into the news because I feel like the year started off slow as shit. Not a lot of interesting things, a lot of shootings.
Yeah.
I heard that's
By the way, Jorge,
Hawkeye, what?
Jorge dropped $2
Oh,
dues.
$2
in the
dues.
chat.
Happy New Year, Malakas.
Happy New Year, Malakas! Exclamation!
For grammatical, syntactical purposes, just so you know, the plural of Malaka is Malakes.
Yeah,
just,
ES.
I just
ES
want
at
you
the
to
end.
know. The
Yeah,
more
no.
you know.
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to be the one to say it.
I don't want to be a dick about it. He obviously doesn't know.
But
His
you're
name is
definitely a
not
dick about it.
George. It's not Yorgos.
No, you're
Rosalitis.
definitely a dick about it, bro. What's your problem? Why you like this? Jesus fucking Christ!
If I could fire him, but we don't pay him, so I can't fire him.
No, but you know, we could have something to throw at him. Like
Coconut
those
cream pies.
like little foam balls, you know, that won't hurt him
Like
or
stress
ruin
balls.
any equipment.
A
Yeah.
Let's get
Nerf
a Nerf
gun.
gun. Yeah.
Oh, the Nerf gun it was amazing.
I just bought my daughter a Nerf.
But if
The
you
bow and
guys-
arrow thing?
Because we bought her a Dollarama one and she loves it. She just gets all fucking. And she misses everything. So I got her like a better one. She's like, I want a thing to put my arrows in. I'm like, you want a fucking quiver? You have 2 arrows. Just hold it.
That's funny.
But I did because I'm an idiot.
Kid.
One of my kids is
but
gonna lose
if
an
you
eye.
guys have a Nerf gun,
sure.
I'm allowed to have a Nerf gun as well in here. And
No.
I'm allowed to defend myself. Absolutely, yes.
0. No.
Absolutely.
We should have like a Nerf war.
Otherwise,
It's
I'm
you're not
whipping-
defending yourself. It's reciprocal. Every time you hurt me with a malakia, you say, I hit you with a Nerf bullet.
But you decide to be hurt. You can't. How do you get hurt by words, Phil? You pussy.
Words
it's
hurt,
a joke.
bro.
Guys, can
No,
we
they
address
don't.
something before we get to the news? First of
Yeah.
all,
Sticks and stones will break my bones.
there's 2 things. One of which I've been always kind of trying to remind myself to tell you, which I forget.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you now.
Get to the point, George.
Despite all the negative stuff that you guys say about this place, and the negative experiences that you've had with
It's been better.
the owners and everything, every time you walk into this building, it smells so good.
Really?
That's the cleaning guy. We like him.
Yeah, I don't. No.
Albert's
there-
the shit.
No, but there's like
I like
Albert
this.
is the
there
shit,
must be
yeah.
a machine somewhere that kind of like it's in the vent that it's not like a little smelly
This is,
somewhere.
you know
in
what
the-
this is? This is like when I watch a movie and I was like, wow, how did they break down that fucking the camera? I go and I figure out how they did the camera
Yeah.
scene. George is like, wow.
About
how did they get it
cleaning.
to smell so good?
No, because I've been trying to find the machine and I'm like, where the fuck?
It's
did
called a
have it?
spritzer.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
It's not anywhere.
You're a spritzer,
It's in the
all right.
fucking water when they mop downstairs.
No, impossible.
There must be a thing
No,
somewhere.
that's in the air because it's always this. It's
They're
always there.
important.
Yeah.
It's like COVID.
You know what else is in the air?
Love.
Love. Because I've set,
The second thing. The
I've
second
set
thing.
your settings on the lights behind you guys to romantic.
Passion.
Hella, hella. Why are your hands so clean?
Because I had under my tits. Here.
Fucking.
Can you guys both say? Can you guys both say while you hold hands? Croissant.
No.
So the
He's covered in croissant.
Yeah. The second thing, can we just acknowledge how amazing this winter has been?
Why? Why do you have to say it out loud?
This is exactly how I want winter to be in Montreal. Exactly.
You know there's an ice storm today, right?
Really?
I was thinking about this on the drive-in. I wasn't going to say it out loud because I'm not an asshole
'Cause you don't wanna
who
jinx it.
fucking rips the face off of nature and laughs in her face.
You know, people get
Okay?
stabbed for this kind of shit around here, huh?
The last time that I remember, excuse me, a winter this mild in January
I don't
and
remember
wet,
ever after New Year's.
I remember one, 1998. You remember
There
1998?
was no snow then?
There was no snow until about June 5th.
June?
January, sorry. January 5th. That would be weird. January 5th. There was a massive snowstorm, and then it got hot again, and it rained for 2 days, and then the fucking
hell
world
broke
ended.
loose.
So
I
shut
don't-
your whore mouth.
I don't remember there not.
There was not a lot of
snow.
snow. Maybe not this little, because now
Yeah.
it's melted a lot. Like I was able to watch the snow melt on my balcony in real time. I'm like, what is happening right now? But I mean, yeah, it has been mild, but
I love it.
we're not out yet.
No, for sure. Look, I mean,
We got another 3 months of this
let's
bitch.
Not kid
Everyone,
ourselves.
when you're dying later
It's just
today,
1 month. It's February. That's always the big question. It's like, what the fuck is gonna happen in February?
look, we're almost out, but we're not out yet.
Yeah.
Later
Like,
today,
if
when
it
you're
starts-
all fucking iced in and you have no power and you're fucking cold and you can't go anywhere and everything's fucked and your people are dying. Remember George Tanzrizos, the man who tempted fate by saying, "What a nice winter."
All right, guys.
Tell us the news, George.
Where to start?
Wow.
The news, baby,
start?
baby.
I'm not ready.
Oh, by the way, since you're not ready to start, shout out to the people who are really appreciating the intro of 2 Drink Minimum yesterday. Very funny, very funny. Pascal Cameron is a well-known racist. Okay. You have to watch it. See, if you watched and appreciated Phil, you wouldn't be this confused.
I share an office with the two of you. Granted, I don't see Mike off ever. I'm seeing him once a quarter, let's say. But I don't need to watch you guys more. I see you every day. If I want to drink minimum, less Mike, or if I want a Pantelis live,
to drink what? To drink minimum.
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 Minimum. Yeah,
Why do you
okay.
say it like that?
I'm fucking congested. If I want any of those experiences, I just open my door. I walk into the Pantelis studio and I listen to the two of you argue, and I'm like, this is great for free, no Patreon. I walk back into my office, I continue my life. George, first story. So, of 2023, what's it going to be? Make it a good one.
Oh man, there's no good ones.
Hawkeye got hit by a snowplow. Did you hear about this?
I heard that.
Oh,
He
shit.
got run over by a fucking his
That's
own
what that was.
snowplow.
How?
The way I read it, I thought he was driving it and something
So
happened.
the way I
He
looked
got
into
hit
it
by
last night, it seems
Yeah, he had urgent
there's
surgery.
conflicting reports of what happened because no one actually knows.
Hold
It
on.
looks like he was run over by his own snowplow. Maybe he left it in neutral. I know Reno got a lot of snow, like historic record-breaking snow. He was probably plowing his property, and he got plowed. And I don't mean in a sexy way.
Wow, that's
Look at
crazy.
this. My daughter bit me while she was eating peanut butter.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, like that young actor that played in the new movies there, the Star Trek movies, the Scotty.
Oh, he got hit by a car. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not Scotty. He played Nuclear Vessels. What was his name? Oh man. I don't know his name. I can't remember the character's name either.
I'm not a Star Trek.
But yeah,
guy, I
he
think.
got the car was left in neutral and it crushed him.
Yeah, he went
that
to
was
open
like
his,
5 years ago.
Yeah, he went to open his gate and the car crushed him.
He was near his Nevada home clearing driveways prior to the incident.
but
Clearing
Nevada-
driveways, multiple driveways.
But there's snow in Nevada. That's the,
Renner
the
was
thing.
moving snow from a
Reno.
private driveway on Sunday so that his family members could depart his
I didn't know that.
residence.
Yeah.
After they celebrated the holidays together,
It was
his,
one of those freak occurrences, I guess. in the
representative
desert.
added
Anton, that was his name. Yeah.
members of Renner's
Chekhov.
that's it.
when the accident occurred. At
Crushed by a car, yeah.
8:55 a.m., authorities received 911 calling a
There's no
snowcat.
specific information. I know one neighbor, because I was curious. I'm like, what the hell happened to him? One neighbor said that the plow ran over his leg and he was bleeding and they had to tourniquet him. Another neighbor said that the whole thing ran over him and then he had chest surgery for like traumatic blunt force trauma to the chest. So like, if he got run over on the leg and his chest, like you can't get run over and then it hits you. It doesn't turn. So he must have been fucking crushed. I don't know. I hope he's all right. I mean, I have no ill will towards like Renner, but fuck, man, that's a bad way to fucking get hurt. It's scary.
Bad way to start the year, that's for sure.
He was run over by his snowcat after the machine started to roll away when he was not in the driver's seat.
Yeah, he left it in neutral or something.
Oh, yeah.
But wow, Hawkeye aim, man, didn't miss him. Sorry.
All right, guys. Rolling Stone magazine.
They still make that.
Came out with the 200, the 200 best singers of all time, and the media in Quebec.
Poseidon coming in at number 4.
No, the media in Quebec is all over this news because they forgot Celine Dion. Celine Dion didn't make the 200 best singers of all time.
I heard that because of it, they're gonna erect a statue of her.
Where?
Well, when her disease completely takes over, they're just gonna put her up somewhere.
No.
I'm sorry, it's terrible. I was bad. Pantelis isn't here. Someone has to counterbalance the goodness of George. That was terrible.
But I mean, look. Okay, they forgot to put her, but at the same time, you kind of understand. Like Celine Dion is like in the top 10. I would understand. Maybe they would have someone else.
Who is
whatever.
in the top 10? You have a list? I'd love to know. Poseidon, can you pull up Rolling
I don't,
Stone's
I don't
top
have all of
200
Yeah,
them.
one
singers?
moment.
They have-
Rolling Stones what?
Top
First
200
position
singers.
is Aretha Franklin. There's Frank Sinatra, Beyonce,
Sinatra. Okay.
Are
Amy
we really
Winehouse,
doing this?
Adele, Rosalia, Billie Eilish,
Rosalia.
Ozzy Osbourne, Kurt Cobain.
Those are good lists. It's a good list. Except for Rosalia.
But I mean, what kind of criteria are you looking
Well,
at?
she's
Like
200.
technically good singers or influential
Well, a lot of people can fit in
singers
this.
or I mean,
I really don't know.
Billie Eilish made the cut?
look, I like Billie
I'm
Eilish,
not
but I
upset.
mean, technically she doesn't match
Bro,
Celine Dion.
everyone
one
likes
bit.
Billie Eilish, bro.
I don't know what that
Yo,
means.
I remember once he walked into my office and out of the blue and he's like, bro, have you seen Billie Eilish in lingerie? I was like, what? He's like, bro, fucking hot. I was like, isn't she like 17? And he's like, whoa. And he just walked out.
No, she had just turned 18.
You came back. Yeah, good job.
This was last year.
That makes it all morally better. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, he's such a stupid fucker.
I don't
course
have
it
the
does.
complete list. I don't know if it matters, but it doesn't matter.
How old is your lady friend?
Me?
Yeah.
None of your damn business.
I can't ask.
Yeah, there's Whitney
I
Houston, Sam
forgot.
Cook, Billie Holiday, Mariah Carey, Ray Charles,
Billie
Stevie Wonder,
Holiday.
Beyonce, Otis Redding, Al Green. It is kind of weird that Celine Dion is in there. I mean, I mean, musically, technically, I mean, she's a fantastic singer. I mean,
Is she? She just has that like.
no. Celine Dion is like, I'm not saying that you like her or hate her, whatever. Technically, she's.
I never thought from a technical, audible standpoint that she was that impressive. I know she has like a booming voice, but like whatever.
No, she's good.
Like she's not Aretha Franklin, that's for sure.
I don't want to say anything against Aretha Franklin because she's like the top diva.
Okay,
singer.
let's see.
Black,
Let's see
trouble.
who's
But
since
I
you're so
think
obsessed with
maybe
this list,
technically
George.
she's.
She's still alive, Aretha
Sorry, what'd you say?
Franklin.
No, she died last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when famous people have died and I've forgotten, so then I find out and I'm sad again.
Yeah.
Like not this time, I don't care. But like
Let's
I
see who's
forget
number
something.
one.
Okay. Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin.
He already
you said
checked
it.
it,
Jesus Christ.
When I asked him to check, he's like, yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, 1 second.
He's
Let me
texting someone.
just
I have an important business
send
at
a
11.
dick pic
No,
here.
you don't.
Fast.
Yes, I do actually. It's very important.
It's funny when Poseidon says, "I have something important to
He
do."
said important
related.
business.
Important
What other
business.
stories you got? Because I don't like this.
Whitney
one.
Houston coming in at number 2. Sam Cooke. That's a good choice.
All right.
Sam Cooke, really?
Did you guys see the video that surfaced of Dana White, whatever his name is, from the UFC guy,
Oh yeah, I saw. I heard
slapping
about
his
it.
wife? Here, play it.
I want to see it.
Hold on, I have it for you guys.
I want to
yeah.
watch it first. He's got her by the neck. He's upset
So
with her.
there's something going on there. Yeah,
they at a strip club?
It's some club. I think they're in Mexico.
She seems very upset. Oh, she slapped him first.
Yeah, and then kapow!
He didn't hit her that hard.
I think he hit her like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, he's still going. I mean,
Right
she
here.
slapped him full strength, and he kind of just tapped her, and then he slapped her.
Oh, it's there.
That's not Dana White.
That's Dana Black.
Setting him up for failure.
Hold on. Right here, bro. Pay attention. See, if you paid attention for 5 seconds, but I'm dealing with goldfish over here. Look, so
What are you fucking saying?
just watch the video, bro. So she
She's
smacks him. Bam!
Whoa. Okay, so it's an altercation.
Yeah.
They're slapping each other at a New Year's Eve party. I
Oh,
mean, look,
shit.
if he was just a regular guy and they were in a fight, it's still dirty, but whatever. But he's Dana White. He can kill her.
Man, like, okay, you can close it.
Who are all these people?
Isaiah Brown. And
not
I
his
mean,
name.
he came out and apologized. I think his wife did the same thing, and he said that we've been married for how long now? 30, 20.
They must
30 years,
have
whatever.
fucked
20 years, you
really
gotta slap
well.
each
He
other
goes,
around.
this has never happened, and she said clearly, he's bothered these, the last couple of weeks or months, whatever. Something's changed, something's different. This isn't like him. In any
she
case,
defended him.
I don't
little
know.
bit.
I don't know what that, because she apologized also. She's like, this is wrong for the kids, the wrong message, and
I would have liked to see the makeup sex
know,
video.
Him too. He's like, there's a lot of alcohol. Not that it's an excuse. It should never be an excuse. And I just feel like if this had happened to someone else, there would be so much more noise around it.
Why? Dana White's pretty famous and pretty hated by the liberals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like there's not that much. Like when I first saw him, like,
Because
oh
it's
shit,
not a
internet's
cl-
going to explode
It's
now
not a
about
clear
domestic
it's
violence.
not a clear spousal abuse like a guy
Yeah.
beating his wife. It's not. That's not what we're seeing. We're seeing a couple, maybe drunk. Fucking, he's stupid because he's a monster. Like he shouldn't be hitting her.
Look, I'll tell you what
obviously.
happened exactly. She
Oh,
stepped
shit.
out of line and then they put her back in her place. That's what happened.
I mean,
these
if this
broads
was-
nowadays, they think they got all these rights, but now they think they can
That's not
smack
bad.
you
Actually.
around.
It's a pretty good mobster accent.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's the same voice he'll make when he's 82 and alone. No, I mean, look, it's domestic violence on both sides. Wasn't done in the domicile, but it's their business to figure out. He's a douchebag for doing it, but whatever.
No, but you have to think. Look, clearly there's a lot of alcohol involved because anyone, especially him, knowing.
Do you ever get drunk and just slap your wife?
No,
No,
man.
exactly.
You know?
It's not an excuse. I'm just saying.
think
I
it's
don't
not an
care.
excuse, but
It
I'm
almost
saying,
looked
like,
instinctually. It almost looked like he didn't do it like he does it on the regular. He did it like
look,
he got
definitely,
smacked and then
yeah.
like his fight or flight kicked in.
I mean, at
That's
least
what
he
it
hit her
seemed
with
like.
an open hand. Because Dana White punching a woman in the face, she'd probably die.
She'd be Dana Black.
No, but I mean, even him. I mean, there must have been so much alcohol because I mean, you have to know that you're Dana White. There's people filming you. He's obviously seen people with their phones up.
Not necessarily. It seemed like they were pretty far away. It looks like they were in like a
They're-
private
they're-
little
yeah,
booth.
they're-
You know what I
look
find
like they're
suspicious though?
private
How
booth.
did the filming start? Like, were they just filming and it was sheer
Well,
luck?
yeah, man. If you're in
There may
Mexico,
have been an escalation of events. Like
No,
they may have
but-
been fighting and people saw them and they're
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
shit, Dana White's gonna
and
slap
I'm
his
sure there's
bitch up.
probably more videos, but I mean, look, you're somewhere at a club and you're looking in the private lodge. There's Dana White. Yeah, you're like, oh, look, it's Dana White. Let me film him. You know what I mean?
Maybe she was hitting him before and they're like, look at Dana White getting slapped like a bitch.
Maybe.
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 Anyway,
You'd never see Nicolas Cage hit a woman. I'm just gonna put that out there. Never.
have you seen that new movie he made?
But it happens.
with a guy from.
Oh my god, no, I haven't. And I really want to, but Anna's always like, oh, really now, Cage? That's what I'm like. The unbearable weight of massive talent. I have to see this. I love Nick Cage.
He's amazing.
Pedro Pascal irritates the fuck out of me, even though I love The
You don't like
Mandalorian.
him? Yeah.
He says some
Mandalorian's
dumb
good.
shit. That's why in public, like I have a hard time separating the man from the character.
Okay.
But Nicolas Cage is the best. He's the most underrated actor of our generation.
He's done the mysterious thing about Nicolas Cage is that he's all over the spectrum. Like he's done really, really good stuff, but he's done also really, really bad things.
Nicolas Cage is not afraid to try things. Which is the sign of a true actor.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage is terrible with his money, so he'll take any job.
Another sign of a good actor.
Another sign of a good actor. Nicolas Cage never says no to a role.
Oh yeah.
Would you argue that he can't be caged?
Continue, Phil.
I'm trying to have a good show.
It is. It's,
So
this makes it
hard.
better.
So hard. All right, guys. Let's get to other more serious
I
stuff.
just got sleepy. He was so stupid.
It hit him.
I'm just like, oh, I want a nap. Actually, random segue. My kids, for the first time in the entire holiday break,
They sleep until 9.
they slept until fucking 8. We
Nice.
woke up and we're like, are the kids alive? Like, what's going on? So we checked the baby monitor and they're both just like
Passed out.
passed out but moving around. I'm like, oh, they're
It's
moving.
it's been tiring days, man. Now
Yeah,
preparations.
but now I
New
need
Year's
them to get back
celebrations.
into fucking regular rhythm.
Yeah. It's gonna fall
I
back in
drank too
place.
much on New Year's Day, man.
But we're gonna get to that. But it's gonna fall back in place as soon as they go back to school. Like I mean, that first day when they
Well,
when
my
they sleep
little
in
ones
late.
went to daycare yesterday.
Yeah.
And then she was wired all night. I'm
That's
like,
it.
go to sleep.
Yeah.
No.
But
But
then
I
she-
had to turn her bed so I could block her in because she has like a day bed now.
Right.
We got rid of one of the crib sides. And she's like, I'm not a baby. I'm like, you're being a baby, so you don't get out of the crib. She's like, I don't like this.
So yeah, you drank a lot.
Yeah, I drank too. I didn't drink a lot. I drank too much for me, and I was drinking like 60 proof fucking Shine. And then my dad gave me the knives so I can cut the roast, and I was like, he's like, give me the knives.
Yeah.
I was like sharpening it. I was like, I'm a fucking ninja.
Because you know what you're doing.
Oh, I know how to cut a roast. Yo, bro, I was a
Sharpen.
smoke mita.
You know how to sharpen the knife?
Of course, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
worked in a kitchen for years. So, but when you're drunk, I was like,
doing anything.
my dad's like, maybe you should give me the knife. Maybe you should give me the knife. I'm like, I'm just laughing. He's like,
So you-
knife.
So you guys spent New Year's at home?
Well, yeah, it's my daughter's name day, my dad's name day. Everybody shows up.
That's cool.
It's always been like that.
Why is
relatives.
George on the first?
What?
Why is George is on what day? The name.
Who's
day?
George?
George? Like the name that you mean?
Oh no, Phil. Phil is.
No, Bill.
I never. What are you talking
Hold
about?
on, because you said it's your name day and it was your dad's
my
name.
It's
daughter's.
the daughter's and his dad's.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Sorry.
Yeah, because
carry on.
January 1st is Saint Basil.
Saint Basilius.
That's our Santa Claus, basically.
He's the Santa Claus.
He's the real Santa Claus.
Because Santa Claus, not a real thing. Not based on a real person. Saint Nicholas, yes. Santa Claus is like a thing
But Saint
after.
Nicholas has nothing to do with Christmas, though.
But well, yeah, I mean,
No, because he celebrated when is in November.
not in like the Catholic tradition, I don't think.
Let's see.
But Haios Vasilios is a real person.
Yeah.
Like there's historical records of him. He wasn't Santa, but I would argue that he's cooler.
Because that's when they give gifts, technically.
I remember one year my parents tried to do New Year's, like Greek style Christmas, where we opened our gifts on New Year's. I was like,
That
I'm
didn't work
not
out.
having
He
any of
did
this.
wear red and a red hat though.
Who, Saint Nicholas?
Yeah.
Saint Nicolaus.
The paintings have him depicted as such.
Well, that's good.
He didn't even give a fuck, bro.
All right, let's move on, guys. Anything else about the holidays?
I drank too much. I tried to massacre or stab a roast.
I thought you were going with masturbate for a second. I tried to mass.
Where did your head go? I tried to masturbate a roast. How do you masturbate a roast?
Yes, last night I brought up.
already dead.
I
You
asked
can't
my
even
wife
come.
a question that she didn't like, and I kept pushing on this. I wanted to know,
That never ends well.
and we were watching something, and they were talking about bacon. I was like, "Can you make bacon from other animals?" She's like, "I don't know." I'm like,
Yeah, you could.
she goes, "I don't think so." I'm like, "What about turkey bacon?" She's like, "That's not real bacon. It's another part of." I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's the same cut." That I was like, "What about? Can you make bacon from people?" And I went down this road for
100%.
way too long, and Anna was like, "I need you to stop." I'm like, "I wonder what it tastes like." I got really into it. She's like,
Like human,
Like
human
bacon.
man bacon, like from a human. Like which part of me is the bacon? That's what I want to know.
stomach.
It's the belly, right?
It's the belly.
That's where the
Jorge Rosales dropped $2 dues in the chat.
Thank you, sir.
Does your Santa have a Zwarte Piet, aka Black Pete? What the fuck
I don't
is a
know what
Black
that
Pete?
is.
Let's Google this.
Don't know. Yeah, you Google that. In the meantime,
Hey, drop $2, bro.
thank you, sir.
Like we're about to.
Remember last episode? I think it was last episode. We were talking about the summer towards the end of the year. We're talking about immigration.
Zwarte Piet, also known in English by the translated name Black Pete, is the companion of Saint Nicholas in the folklore of the Low Countries.
Oh.
The earliest known illustration of the character comes from an 1850 book by Amsterdam school
Black
teacher.
Pete? Is that what he said?
Yeah, it's basically blackface Santa Claus.
Okay, so like
Like he had a servant basically.
like colonial
Yeah,
Krampus.
yeah. He had a black slave.
Interesting. Maybe
Yeah.
he was just smutty from coming down the chimneys.
He just if you were being bad, he gave
he
you.
was like,
cot-
he sent
gave you
first to clean
cotton
the
instead
chimney
of coal.
so he can pass.
What?
He gave you cotton instead of
I
coal.
said cock. I was like,
Well, that is if you were nice.
you know what? You know what? Fucking. You know what memes like reels kill me, and I laugh. I'm like, I shouldn't be laughing at this. There's this. I don't know his name. He's a black content creator, right? He's a black guy from the States, and he always does these fucking videos where it shows like drunk white people playing with like super whips. Like either they're on fire or they're chainmail. And the second it fucking snaps, it cuts to him on a green screen in a cotton field. And it's like, down by the river. And he's like, yes, sir. And I was like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but it's so good. Oh, man.
Right at the snap.
Yeah, he's like, mm-mm. He's just putting cotton in a bag. I'm like, oh my God.
That's so fucking funny. Oh man.
Oh, so this is a character that basically he celebrated on the 6th of December in Belgium. And he goes around school. So before the Christmas vacation, before all the kids get their gifts, he basically goes and delivers Kruidnoten, which is like a type of hard cookie.
Kruidnoten.
And Peppernoten, which is like a hard biscuit. Dutch cookie like in the
Every time I
Netherlands.
open Dutch or Belgian cookies in my
Tangerines
house,
and
there was always sewing stuff inside the kit.
And speckaloos.
You know, those blue.
Oh, they kept
butter
them
cookies.
afterwards.
Yeah. What was the sewing kit? Like, no cookies in here. God damn it.
What? And it was the same standard. It's standard. My mom still probably has one of
The
those.
opposite happened
The
to
big
me
one,
once. I needed to
cylindrical
sew
one.
something, so I went and I grabbed it and I opened. I'm like, cookies. The fuck is this? Why is there cookies in
Where are
here?
the needles?
So I ate
The
some
needles and
cookies.
thread.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Remember a
This
couple
is,
episodes
this
ago,
is Zwarte Piet.
we spoke about.
That looks like Zwarte Penny.
It's basically blackface Santa Claus.
It's very
That's
weird.
unreal.
Whatever.
God damn,
I don't know
that's
what to make of
racist.
this. Why is he so effeminate though?
What do you mean?
He seems like he's dressed like a lady.
Yeah, here's
That's because he has the
I'm pretty sure it's the fucking semedaki around his neck.
Oh yeah, it's true. I didn't pay attention.
What's a
to that.
semedaki in English?
I don't know.
A doily.
Doily.
A doily. All right,
Oh,
let's
that
move
is
on
so
from this.
racist.
Thank you for that random segue, Jorge.
So we're talking about immigration.
Okay.
Remember, right before the holidays, Premier Legault met with Justin Trudeau and they discussed about different things, and one of which was that Quebec wants to have the control over its immigration, which normally they should, because Justin Trudeau wants to impose 120,000 immigrants per year in Quebec, and Premier Legault doesn't want, blah, 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 whatever.
Seems like a lot of immigrants.
It is
Do
a
we
lot.
need that many new people?
I don't know, but it's difficult to trust the stats behind this because we need to fill up the workforce and that sort of thing. But
But don't we have a bunch of unemployed people?
I don't know. Well, he's giving them money to stay unemployed. So in any case,
Seems
last
like a
year,
financially bad move. I'm not
Yeah.
saying we shouldn't help the immigrant people
mean,
who need to come. I'm just
look,
you know,
I don't know what to make of this, and I don't know if in the long run,
you know what I mean.
I don't know if in the look, I don't.
those immigrant people. I have a question for you,
Those
George.
The immigrant people
Can I
and
ask
the
you a
end
question?
people.
Yeah.
Super random. You were in the government for a long time. You were
Unfortunately.
privy to conversations. How come we don't build new cities anymore? I've always wondered this. Do you know? Like, why don't we be like, fuck this? There's this like open plain here. Let's build a new city. Why only the Arabs are doing this? Why did I speak English like the immigrant people?
We are doing this. We're
They've
just
been trying.
expanding.
no, like a new fucking city. Fuck expanding. A new city.
Well, because all the cities and towns that could be built because
Am I asking you?
Is there
No,
land
I'm going to explain to
Well,
you.
there is a lot of land available to
Yeah.
do cities, but the thing is, it's either
Is it
most of it is
viable?
government owned anyway, or it's farmlands that they can't
Farmlands
build on.
we need,
But
fine.
but here's the thing, and this is the biggest challenge here in Quebec is because when you get all these immigrants that come in, or in general, your general population, they tend to settle into the big metropolitan areas, right? So Montreal region, Sherbrooke, Quebec, etc. The big challenge has been to populate the regions and to stimulate economic growth, which is what even before the liberal governments tried to do, was to invest heavily in the regions and
what
get
normally
the
helps that?
immigrants. Sorry.
What normally helps a region? Boom. I'll tell you what. Being close to a major metropolitan
Yeah,
area.
but I see a lot
Quebec
of-
City, Montreal, they're pretty far west.
Yeah.
There's all that open space where there's region.
There's 3 rivers that's kind of halfway.
Fuck off.
Drummondville.
The way it
That's
works,
not a
the
city.
way it works.
That is not a city.
I will explain
It
to you
is a
how
city.
urban planning works. You have to expand cities. So like Tokyo.
I understand how
So Tokyo,
urban planning works.
So in Japan, I'll explain to you in Japan.
Like,
When
just
their
gonna keep
population rises, they don't build new cities. They expand already existing ones. So Tokyo, the
was
greater
not my fucking
the greater
question.
Tokyo, because you can't. The truth is you can't, because most of the towns.
Have
and
you seen
cities-
pictures of Dubai 20
Yeah,
years
but
ago?
90, that's different. 98% of the cities that have been, or towns or whatever that are built are near water. And you're limited. You're limited in that sense. They have to be near water. Did you know this? This is Pantelis that told me.
What the fuck is he talking about? Are you saying that the reason we can't build new cities is because we don't have any open areas near water? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
that are safe, that the ground is good, and that they're not fucking.
Have you ever looked at a map of fucking Quebec?
What do you mean?
We have fresh water everywhere.
I understand.
We have bedrock everywhere.
I understand, but the cost to bring cities up there would be enormous.
I'm not talking about the
For
cost,
towns.
but like, think about it. When was the last time we built a new city? And don't say Brampton.
Yeah.
There's like a meme going on about Brampton. No one's seen it?
No.
It's fucking hilarious.
What is it?
You know those Google Map reels?
Yeah.
That are trending? People keep sharing Brampton, but when it zooms in, it's like bucket list Brampton. It's not just another city. It's always pictures of the Amalfi Coast. I was like, what the? Who did this?
Blankers makes an excellent point.
Yeah.
Canada's infrastructure is suffering as it is. Creating a new city that would be able to house and sustain over 250,000 people would be a miracle.
No, but the thing is, it makes sense because
Guys,
you're
I'm not advocating for a new
Yeah.
city. I just was wondering
It's
if
out
George
of
had
curiosity.
insight. Like, why don't we
I
build
don't
new
know.
cities?
I don't know. I mean, we're struggling at least here.
Expanding
I don't know.
cities is
I don't know
cheaper.
elsewhere
We're
in the world.
struggling here because the fucking city's infrastructure is
we're-
crumbling. Let's start fresh.
Forget about starting fresh. We're struggling to populate existing areas that are in the regions.
But if you build it, they will come.
No, that's not true.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's one of those things I think
'Cause
about.
This isn't
often.
Rome, my friend.
If it exists already and you're having
Rome.
trouble sending people there,
Oh no, Rome was
Fucking Field of Dreams, dude.
No, oh yeah, never mind.
You're like
sorry.
2,000 years off.
Yeah.
Rome. Wait,
No, Rome is sorry.
All roads lead to Rome.
Yeah, all roads
Which
lead
is
to Rome,
actually
and
still
Rome
true.
wasn't built in a day. I got the quotes confused.
Okay. Anyway, so back to the immigration. So in 2022, Canada hit a record number of immigrants,
Immigration.
more than ever in its entire history, which I found strange because I thought after the world wars there were massive waves of immigration, but
New
apparently
records
not
per
more.
capita or new numbers, like new highs.
Yeah, highs.
Well, there's more people in the world, so it makes sense that these numbers
Yeah.
would be higher.
So
I'll show you a
They
new
had
high.
capped it because it said we surpassed.
Ignore him.
It said we surpassed the target that we put, and the target was 431,645. So over 430,000.
Very specific number.
Yeah, I don't know. So they said they surpassed it. So we don't know exactly how much or by how much. So we don't know what the final number is. But if they surpassed it, and we know that their target was 431, well, we just hit a new high in Canada, and it doesn't end there because the targets they have for the upcoming years. Let me get those numbers here. So it's going to continue to go up. So the targets for 2023 is to receive 465,000 new immigrants, and then 485,000 in 2024, and 500,000 in 2025. It just seems excessive.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
There was a. And
I'm
I
not
think
sure what that number should be. That it would make more sense to me. I don't know.
I said in the last episode we were here, and I can't find what that policy paper is called because there's an actual strategy that has been in place for some years now to get Canada to have. Was it 500 million residents?
I don't know. I've been, to be honest,
What?
since you've spaced out there, I've just been thinking about what I'm gonna have for lunch.
Or 100 million. I think there's it was 100 million. There's a policy in place for Canada to strive to reach 100 million residents.
What are we at now?
30 something, 35.
It's a lot more.
It is a lot more, but
Do
when
we
you're
need
but
that
when you're
many more
taking
people?
in
More
when
than
you're taking
double.
it, but when you're taking it close to 500,000, but this is over a span of I think 10 years or something like that. I can't remember what it
Brian,
is.
Where are we
hold
gonna
on.
put so many people?
Well, look, the space we have it goes back to what you're saying. You need to develop the regions because
You know why
obviously
I asked
the big
about-
metropolitan areas they can't sustain that.
Do you know why I asked about the new cities? I was watching this. It was like a documentary. Not really. It was like a half documentary, half commercial for a new project, the Ellinikon, happening in Greece.
Oh, it's the best.
It's a fucking city. It's
Yeah.
a self-contained city. Sure, it's a 15-minute city, which I'm
Look, the
I
city
have my-
existed
my-
already.
It wasn't a city.
They just
it was a
developed an
region.
empty space.
Yeah,
that was
I mean-
occupied by the old airport. Basically.
Right. So, but it's basically a self-contained city, like the city of the future. Very.
I'll tell you, the controversy with that space, eh?
There's stuff under it.
Eh,
When they built the airport, they never checked what was under it.
No, there's another bigger controversy.
really?
When the population exchange happened in the early 20th century, after the war with Greece and Turkey, with
Yeah.
the catastrophe in
That's where they
Smyrna
put all
and,
the refugees.
So the refugees came to Athens, and the government
The brown Greeks.
they selected that area to house the refugees and said, "Look, this is going to be. We're going to develop it for you. We're going to make houses, blah blah blah."
But
and
they
this
let
and
them
that.
do it, but they didn't. They
They never did it.
themselves.
They never did it.
They just put them there and they built a shanty
But then
town.
they built an airport, and the agreement they had was that eventually,
By the way, Anna says you're talking about the Century Initiative. That's what
yeah,
it's called.
yeah.
By the way, I'm all for this 100 million people in Canada because you would have a bigger market share.
Yeah, the problem isn't that. The problem is economically.
For
Can
business.
you support that?
So if you have a business, you have more people that you can sell to.
In any case,
Yes,
we'll
but if
get back
everyone's
to that.
homeless, it's a new
So,
problem.
so that
Well,
was.
we do what Saudi Arabia does. Take the passports, force them to build infrastructure.
Go on.
So the idea was that space, that entire space, was reserved for these refugees and their families, and then now they're ditching the airport. Obviously, I mean they got rid of it for a long time.
But you're
since
talking
they-
about 100 years ago.
Yeah, but it was always kind of agreed upon
But a
that this
neighborhood-
space is ours. And then when the new airport was built, there were talks again that started about developing that area for
New refugees.
no the people that had
Claims.
quote unquote the claims or the rights, like the families of those refugees,
don't
which we're
know
talking
about-
about generations now, right?
It's
that
like
have
3
passed.
generations, and they're pretty
Yeah.
much integrated into the rest of
Yeah,
society.
yeah, exactly.
now.
All I'm saying is that that's what that was over there. So now, in any case, if anyone's interested, that it's an amazing development project.
It's
over
very
there.
interesting. Again, though, I'm apprehensive about it because I don't love the idea of these 15-minute cities, these like pandemic-proof cities, where even if you're in lockdown, you can like it sketches me out a bit.
But it's
Even
not
yeah,
always
I don't like
But
that
it's- but
concept.
it
But it's
also
not
is cool.
really a city. Like they're
No,
building
it's not.
hotels,
It's kind of
resorts.
It's like Royal Mount, but way bigger.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it also
basically-
has like
there's a
It's
marina.
sectors. It's all.
There's clubs, right? Like
It's
it's
future cities, like you see in like Star Trek
Yeah, no,
and
that's
stuff.
weird. Yeah, no,
with
that's weird.
parks and everything.
it's weird, but it's also interesting.
Yeah, but they can because if
Like
they don't
I
like,
like the idea that I can get to anything I need within 15 minutes if I
100%.
walk.
I
It's
understand,
cool.
but
at the same time, why are you making me do it?
But that has
Yeah.
existed for a long time in Greece. Like people that have lived in the suburbs very rarely go downtown in the middle of Athens.
But it's not the same. You can't.
That's not
you
the same
can't even
thing.
compare that because like even Athens' suburbs, like they built houses and then they built a city around those houses. Athens is one of the biggest hot garbage messes of
Downtown
transit.
Athens, you mean? Oh, it's
all
horrible.
of Athens,
Horrible.
except
No,
for
they
like
have
the
a very
northern.
good
it
metro.
depends. The transit is not bad. Like
No,
the metro
No,
system.
not
and
the
all,
metro.
yeah.
I mean transit like roads.
Oh, forget
Like
it.
roads just end.
No, but because they never designed
at
no way.
someone's front door.
Yeah.
Because
Are you
people build
serious?
houses around
Yeah, it's like this is
ancient
my-
ruins.
This is my property.
And
I'm
then
building, and
roads.
and
Yeah.
then they
Oh, that's
develop
funny.
the roads. Yeah, nobody designed.
been
That's
on
such
roads
a
in-
Greek way of doing things.
I've been on roads in Athens where you're doing this. You're driving, and then there's a house, and the road goes like this around the house, and it keeps going. It's just a house in the middle of the road. And then it ends at
hilarious.
a dead end. There's nowhere to back out. There's nowhere to turn. You're just between 5 houses.
The same thing happened to me in Crete.
Greece like that too. Most of Greece is like that.
Most of Greece is like that.
Because
Look,
Greece
what-
never experienced the what's the word I'm looking for? Like post-industrial revolution, Greece didn't experience the urbanization boom. It just kind of happened later, but randomly.
Yeah,
It's very
well. It
strange.
exists. Like if you go out in the suburbs, I mean, there's been some.
I mean, yeah, if you go to like Dionyso,
No. Like
Where?
if you go like anywhere, like if you go past, like as soon as you hit Paraliaki, like all those
still chaos.
suburbs.
It's still pretty chaotic.
Not like downtown Athens. I
No,
mean,
no,
it's pretty
fine, fine.
rectangular and it's
yes.
pretty, you know.
Also, downtown Athens is plagued by archaeological sites.
Oh, for sure.
Like I'm plagued.
I
use the
still love
term.
it, man.
I
What
love
a
it
mess
too.
that city
But like,
is.
you want a city that makes perfect fucking sense, is beautifully laid out, but it's boring as shit. Sparti.
I've never been.
It's one of the easiest cities to get around. It's
Yeah.
built by I think the Germans, like a German engineer
Right.
or
which makes sense.
a German. No,
Just
sorry.
draw a straight line.
You
A
know-
German urban planner. He used this new concept where basically, no matter where you go in the city, if you really want to, you can go back to the central square. Like it's beautiful the way it's laid out. It's neoclassical. It's a brand new city. It's not ancient Sparta, right? But there's nothing to do there.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of boring.
I heard, and that's why I've never been.
I mean, I've been many times. I've stayed there. It has some fun bars.
You know
and
which
stuff,
city
but
I like?
What?
Iraklio.
I've never been to Crete.
You can get
Really?
lost
No,
very
man. You like
easily.
Heraklion?
Look,
Fuck, I
it's
hate
very,
Heraklion.
it's very the way the layout is very terrible. You get lost. It doesn't make sense. The rules
I
don't
don't
make
like
sense.
it. It's like a
But
it's
for
like a
some-
bad version of Athens. I found it. It's like ugh.
No, I see like a bad version of like Miami.
No, you go to Crete, man. You got to go to Chania or Rethymno.
If you're
Chania is
from
very nice.
Quebec and especially if you've lived in Quebec City and you want to travel to Greece, this is my random little piece
Advice,
of information
yeah.
advice. Go to Rhodes and go to Rhodes City. Okay?
Yeah.
It'll blow your mind. You're like, it's kind of Quebec, but instead of everything
What?
being gray, everything's brown.
What?
It's weird because it's built around the same time.
And Rodos.
Yeah, Rhodes City.
Around
It's
the same
laid
time,
out.
really?
It's a no. I mean, no. Rhodes is much older. Of
course.
The Citadel's older. Sorry. Yeah. We're talking. When was Quebec City built? In the 1700s.
1609.
1609?
That's when it was founded, or 1608.
Okay, so the Citadel was built within 100 years of
Probably
1609.
around there,
So this
yeah.
was probably built by the Knights Templars in like the 1500s. Not a huge gap
It
in
was
time.
founded in 1608 and then built. Oh, it was built in 1608 as well.
Which?
The city of Quebec.
When was the Grand Palace? No, sorry. The Palace of the Grand Master built in Rhodes.
Whoa.
The Palace of the Grand Master of the Knights of Rhodes. It's a massive citadel, but it's laid out. 'cause
But that
it's
was
that-
through the
from
Crusades.
the
right?
Crusaders
Yeah.
built it, yeah. But it's just interesting because it doesn't look anything like Quebec. But as you start walking, you're like, this is weird.
There's similarities.
Because you're coming in and out of the citadel. There's walls. There's a plane on the outside. You're like, weird.
When was the palace of the Grand Masters?
Built on roads. I think probably the 1400s.
Just write Rhodes Citadel. You're gonna get it.
1309.
Oh, I was way off. Still, it's only 300 years.
Yeah, they can. They
The Europeans
converted,
didn't change
they,
much
Yeah,
in
they
that,
converted the
period.
fortress into their administrative center
Yeah.
and the palace of their Grand Master.
It's interesting. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, I find Barcelona and Montreal's old port and Montreal's.
Oh wait, sorry, hold on. The palace was originally built in the late 7th century as a Byzantine citadel.
Oh, yeah, but
After
I mean,
the
that,
Knights-
that part is much older and it's much smaller. It's completely different. I mean, the whole vibe.
After the Knights Hospitalier
The Knights Hospitalier.
occupied Rhodes and some other Greek
I'd like to go to
islands
Rhodes
such as
one day.
Kalymnos.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
Far.
I've spent far from what? You're from Cyprus.
No, I don't go to Cyprus.
Really? I'd love
You're
to go
from
to Cyprus.
Cyprus?
Just don't go in the summer.
Hold on, you're from Cyprus?
Yeah,
mom-
George's mom
my
is
mom
Cypriot.
is-
No way. Oh my god, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Greece is Nufis,
We spoke about this.
but like way more financially stable.
Exactly.
Way more. Best thing that happened
Pretty
in
impressive,
Cyprus was
actually.
not joining Greece.
Yeah.
Also the worst thing that happened to
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Yes and no.
Can we talk about what's been happening in the fucking Aegean?
What's
Since
been
we're on the
happening in the
topic.
Aegean?
There's a lot of shit happening in
Erdogan's
Nigeria.
been fucking
Yeah,
showing
well,
his dick a lot.
But we've spoken about that.
No,
I
but
mean,
in
he's-
recently, in the last 2 weeks, like a lot of chaos.
Of course,
Oh, I
yeah.
wasn't on the last episodes of the year. That's why.
there's
COVID.
tens of thousands of violations. I think last year they counted them. There were like up to 12,000 violations or something like that.
Sexual violations or aerospace?
Aerospace. Or
Or
naval.
airspace, not aerospace.
Aerospace.
The Turkish fucking gül rockets.
Look,
when they launched me,
Erdogan is not dumb. He's gearing up for an election, and so is Greece this year. So he's playing his cards. I mean, he's feeding
Mitsotakis
it.
has it in the bag though. Like their GDP is wild compared to what it was
You
5
saw
years
the
ago.
OECD report,
I did,
right?
I
Number
did.
one, top country, top economy.
Number one, best in Europe.
Number one, best in Europe. I think he's the best thing that has happened. For
He's also
Greece.
the worst thing that has happened to
No,
Greece at
how?
the same time.
How?
I don't want to get into it.
Okay,
I don't want to
but
argue with you. I know you have a big crush on Kirk.
I don't, but I just think that he's doing things right. And
What do they
things-
call him? Kuli.
That's so funny. But he's like the Justin Trudeau of Greece, if you think of it.
No, he's not.
Sure, man. He was born in the
Oh, in that sense, yeah.
in the prime minister's residence, in that family. Always.
He's a despot.
The only
Like,
difference is that he's actually intelligent. He's actually a smart guy, and he understands politics much more than the other.
he's
idiot.
also been a bitch to Europe.
Who?
Kuli.
How has he been a bitch to Europe?
We're not going to get into it.
Okay.
I'm happy to see that the GDP is fucking far
He's
exceeding
doing- he's
expectations.
doing-
I saw the report, but at the same time, I also know that the average Greek taxpayer is paying what I pay in a year for a week of electricity.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking
Yeah,
sense.
but I mean, he is trying to.
I mean, there's deals
to
with the
turn-
UAE for. I mean,
For
there's a lot
gas,
going
yeah,
on.
like there's efforts being made to make Greece more energy sufficient and
Self-sufficient.
self-sufficient. So he's doing things
I've
that
never
Greece,
understood why Greece doesn't use more solar.
because is it enough though? I know where you're going, but I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I'm not an expert in this, but there must be a reason. Maybe it's not enough to feed the grid.
I don't know, but if every house had its own solar array,
A lot of them do, but
only
it's
for
just
hot water.
enough to heat their water and that kind of thing.
I mean, it's not just enough. It's because they have these tiny little solar panels. Like,
They're pretty big.
I mean, they're not that. I mean, they're not this small, but they're like as big as this
Yeah,
table.
they're-
Yeah,
yeah, exactly,
And the
the table.
thermosiphone is massive. Like it
Yeah,
keeps
like
quite
they
a bit
have
of
like
water.
5 of these on the roof or something, you know?
I don't know. I just feel like Greece is. I know that the cell technology is not developed enough to store that much energy, but to use it like after that
See,
Israel
what
kind
he,
of thing,
what he started now is making the islands into green hubs. I don't know if you...
which makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. So he's starting... Look, he's doing things that Greece should have been doing like at least 20, 30 years ago, right?
Who's Ken Block? Sorry, they keep. It's the third time I see Ken Block's name. Who
Oh,
is
that's
he?
the guy that... the
He's a
racer.
rally driver.
He's the rally. He used to always do these extreme driving things, and he died, I think, in an accident.
Yo, he died.
Did you know who he was?
No, but
I heard about
it's
it.
so
I read
sad.
quickly. What a fucking idiot.
I don't know who Ken. I know Ken Burns, but I don't know Ken Block.
Okay, let's move on from the immigration. Did you guys you guys
Poseidon,
heard?
Can you go get water?
Yeah, please.
You mind?
Oh, yeah,
My
yeah,
fucking
no problem,
coffee
no
like
problem, no problem.
dehydrated me.
Yeah. Did you guys hear during the holidays there were issues with Sunwing and Via Rail?
I read like a
heard-
headline, but I
Like
didn't
we're
read into
living
it.
in a third fucking world, man.
Have you
honestly.
been on fucking Via Rail? It's the third world.
No, I've
it's
never.
the Orient Express, but without any of the nice
The
stuff.
last time I took a train was to go to Ottawa in that elementary school trip that we go to the Parliament.
We took a bus when we went. But
Oh yeah, no, we took a train. That was the last time I went
The
on a
last
train.
time I took a train was a month and a half, 2 months ago. I took a train to Toronto because I wasn't sure if the client was covering expenses yet. Good choice, because in the end
It
that
wasn't.
project fell apart and it was out of pocket. I got sub economy, like the cheap, like $89 to Toronto.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing. It was like economy plus plus minus. It
Plus,
was
disgusting.
the worst experience of my life.
man.
The seat back of the chair in front of me wasn't even attached. Every so often I would doze off and it would just hit me.
Oh man.
It was dirty. It smelled. The bathrooms were broken. I kept sneaking into the other cart to go to the bathroom. It was gross. So gross.
You know what's crazy? That you see all these images, all these influencers, quote unquote, where they take the train to cross Canada, and
That's a
it's this
different
beautiful
train.
fucking train, and it's like they're traveling in this.
Look, on the way back from Toronto, I upgraded to like basic economy, and it was a much nicer experience.
Still Via.
Still
Is
Via.
that the only train that you can take?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could hop on a CN train when
Yeah, I
no one's
don't think
looking,
so.
and just
Yeah.
with your fucking stuff on a stick in like a hobo.
What an idiot.
Fuck you.
You had that one coming.
I did. You want to ice it?
So Sunwing and Via Rail, like the worst experience. Sunwing had its passengers stuck in the south, I think in Mexico, for over a week.
Nah.
People's vacation ended and they had no flights. There were cancellations.
Take another
Why, the
vacation.
weather or just bad
There was the
plan?
weather. Well, we had the storm over here.
That's not really Sunwing's fault.
It's not, but you can't accommodate the people for a week.
A week is a long time.
Like people were in the lobbies of their hotels. They were being kicked. They were just like, okay, no, you're gonna go stay in
Yo,
the other
so,
hotel. Like they were trying to figure shit out to accommodate them down there. But
That's why I never travel.
Bro, γιατί μου το έκανες αυτό?
Well, I heard you.
Like my archidi now
Oh,
is
sorry. I
hurting.
thought I was higher up. My bad.
No. They hang low my archidia, bro.
That doesn't explain. I thought I hit you much higher.
Okay,
You were
just get
holding
up and
it.
No,
hop
you
a
hit
little
me
bit.
low.
It's okay.
It was a low blow.
Yeah, but like the way you pressed, it pressed and it forced
You'll
my
be okay in
archidia
a
lower.
second. I'm sorry.
gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
no, it's
gonna
okay,
be
it's
fine.
okay,
It's okay. I didn't think. I thought I was on your abdominals.
Go put some
No,
cream.
my abdominals really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you guys on the double cam for a bit. I have an important phone call.
Do it.
He's going to jerk off to relieve the
He's
pressure.
gonna go take care of his balls. I gotta go put some
Fuck you! That's just a coincidence that happened.
I gotta go put some cream on. Yeah, what were you saying? That's why you never.
I don't like to travel to poor places as a poor person.
What?
As a middle classman, I think it's safer to me to travel to affluent areas.
Yeah.
Hold on, because after 3 years, I just got to clear this up. Hello, mother. I'm live. I have the show. Bye. How long have we been doing this show?
Hello, mother.
Hello, mother. I love answering the phone. So that's when she knows, like, oops.
Oops.
Normally I answer Elama.
Yeah. So you don't like to go to poor
Because if
places.
you get stuck and you're a middle classman, you can't do anything. But if you're rich and you get stuck in Mexico, you rent a fucking slot of land and you hire some Mexican slaves and that's it. Yeah.
The last thing I want. See,
If you're
look,
flying Sunwing, you have a problem.
I've never really traveled, during the holiday season. I think
Only once.
let me think here. Twice, and it was it?
I don't know, George. I wasn't there. This is your life.
No, I think once we went.
I've only flown once in December.
Once went to Cuba, but and deep down, I have a fear of doing
Getting
that.
stuck.
Well, because first of all, I don't like when I travel. I don't like being around people that are from here.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I have anything against the people here. It's just that you try to get away from here.
I hate running into Quebecois people.
And then you get to the resort and you hear more French people, and it's like, God damn it!
Hey, Jean, envoie donc les cervezas. Hey, là. Hey, c'est bon au Mexique.
And it's look. It's mixed emotions. Like there's something familiar that you like. You're like
If you meet one family, not if you meet 600.
Yeah, like the
when you're
entire
in-
resort.
When I was in Italy and I ran into some people from Quebec, not
felt
Montreal,
good, right?
it was
Like,
like, hey, what's
yeah.
up, you know? Or when I was in Greece and there was a Quebecois guy trying to fucking explain what he wanted to someone, and I had to
didn't give a
translate, and I thought it was hilarious. That was fun, but like when 80% of the people around you are the same people that you just left,
Yeah,
it's not fun.
so that's why I don't like to do that.
But the
with
used to have a great fucking joke. Anyways, I won't get into it. Like a great bit. Anyways,
so winter time in the south for me, nah.
I've never been down south ever.
Like
Never been to Mexico, never been to Cuba.
Dominican. I've only been to Cuba,
I don't like
and
the
I've decided never.
I don't
doing it
like
again.
my parents go often. I don't like the idea of a resort, but as I get older,
No, I like it.
I think I like the idea more.
I like it, especially if it's a good resort. If you can make sure that you're getting good food, because the sleep and all that stuff, I really don't care. I mean, as long as there's a good beach and good food.
I don't like.
Because Cuba has amazing beach, but the resort sometimes is so. The food, I've been to Cuba 3 times. Only once it was good. The other 2 times,
Like
it was
if I'm gonna
horrible.
go to a resort on this side of the world, I want to go to like the Bahamas. I want to go to fucking Cuba.
Yeah, but you
with
need
all the
big,
pavos.
you need the big paychecks over here, man.
I
Major
know.
videographer over here.
I have all my fucking energy invested in Pantelis. He's gonna pop off, bro. He's gonna pop off.
Let's go. We're all relying on him.
Entourage shit.
When we had gone for our honeymoon in Colombia,
Still talking like a Quebecois. Guys, I am Quebecois, for the record. I'm as Quebecois as the rest of you. Piolen.
When we went,
George. It doesn't make sense.
when we went to Colombia for our honeymoon, and then at some point we went to the north part in Cartagena, which was fantastic. Cartagena.
Cartagena.
Yeah, it's the
I know where it is,
northernmost
yeah.
district. Ocean. It's a coastal city.
So Pacific Coast.
No, it's
obviously.
the
Colombia?
Gulf. It's
Oh,
the
it's
Gulf.
on the Gulf.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because they also touch the Pacific, but yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I couldn't picture
No, it was in the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful. And I told my wife, if ever we come back here, forget about Bogota. Like I know you have family and stuff, but yeah, they have the resorts, they have all that, and it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we actually looked into it now, but it's fucking over $1,000 to go there. It's like, what?
Really?
Fuck, dude, I'd rather go to Europe.
I didn't know Europe had resorts. Like I had never realized. I thought it was really like a South
Because you know why?
America
Because
thing.
Greece hasn't done those yet.
Greece has a lot of them now.
Like all-inclusive stuff.
So it's weird. Okay, so I spent the summer in Rhodes, right? And I've done it
Yeah.
before. My trip this time compared to the trip before COVID, way different experience. Not where we stayed. I mean, it's a small town where we stayed. It's
Yeah.
where my mother-in-law is from. My cousin who lives in Greece reaches out to me, who I haven't seen in like 3-4 years. We speak, but like we're the same age. She has 2 kids. She goes, "Are you in Rhodes?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "We're coming to Rhodes." I'm like, "That's fucking amazing. Come hang out." She goes, "We're staying here." I'm like, "Where is that?" And there's this section of the northeastern side of Rhodes that's basically rock beach. Like there's no towns.
Yeah.
It's just kind of random. In the last like 5, 6, 10 years, they built resorts, like all-inclusive resorts. So she was telling me about it. I'm like, what the fuck? It's basically Cuba,
But in Greece.
but in Greece. You can't swim on the beach because it's votsala, like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
hurts. So you just swim in the pool. I'm like, hold on. So you traveled
I like
from-
pebble beaches though, better than
No,
sand.
not pebble beaches, like rock,
Oh,
bad
so
rock.
it's,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
swim.
Yeah.
And I was like, so you left southern Greece, which has some of the most beautiful beaches, in my opinion,
Yeah.
to come to Rhodes, to stay in a hotel with a pool in chlorine, and just eat all day. She's like, yeah. I'm like, what?
No, but
And it was expensive.
yeah, but
I don't
I'm
understand
just
it.
wondering, like, the islands and all that stuff, like, and maybe they exist and I'm not aware, but
On the bigger islands and north in like Halkidiki, there are a lot of resorts.
really,
Yeah.
like, Mykonos doesn't have like the big
No,
touristy
They don't have.
islands.
They don't have.
But they should.
They shouldn't.
Why?
Because-
it's going to ruin the clientele, you think?
Yeah, you have room to let. You go to Thanasi, he room you let. You stay, he feed you. It's very nice. You get to enjoy culture.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I just
you
think-
come, you see it, you see
and,
beach.
and it's not like it's a country that needs to attract tourism. Like people go there anyway.
There's no reason to build resorts. The resorts are for the Greek people. That's the craziest part.
They need
The
to
Greek people go to the resorts.
That's funny.
It's fucking Greeks don't leave Greece. You know that they don't visit outside of Greece. It's
Yeah,
sad.
some
Most
do,
Greeks.
but
Some do.
yeah, you're right. Most of them they just hit the
But like
islands.
the idea that
But then again, do you blame them? If you lived in a country
no, I would
where
never
on a
leave. I would
weekend,
never fucking leave.
yeah, every
On a
weekend,
weekend, you can go to
just a
fucking
weekend,
the
like
top
a 3-day.
top 10 beaches in the world. I get it.
Yeah, why would you leave?
I don't know. I'm very jealous of living in Europe because you have access to so much.
Everything.
Here, everything's far.
and the flights within Europe are so fucking cheap.
I know.
They're like 70, 80 euros, man. You want to fly?
On our honeymoon, we did Europe. Like we did the Mediterranean. We went around.
Yeah.
It was fun. I mean, Spain was a letdown. And I always really wanted to go to Spain. Like
Yeah.
it was one of those things. It was a bucket list thing. I got there. I was like, oh, okay. That's it.
You went to Barcelona, no?
I did Barcelona.
And you didn't like it.
I liked Barcelona, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Madrid, I ate really well in Madrid, but like, it wasn't, I don't know what I was expecting. I think it's because I didn't go out into like the smaller towns too much. I didn't have a car.
Yeah, that's why I have an issue traveling to these cities without someone that I either
No,
lives
Madrid,
there
I
or-
was with a local. My
Okay, okay.
wife's best friend moved to Madrid, married a
okay, good.
Madrileño. Like, they live there. That's why we ate so well.
Okay.
But at the same
That's the
time, I wanted to go into like the Basque country. We didn't have a car. They didn't want to go. He's like, I am not there going to the Basque country.
We don't like them.
Yeah, he's like an affluent Spaniard. No. But Madrid, Malaga sucks.
Really?
Like, sucks. I hated it. The water is shit.
Oh my
You're
God.
swimming on the,
Maybe you just went at the wrong time.
I went in like late August.
No, that should.
And
be
then we
good.
went to Paris, which I loved, but it was fucking cold. Like we
Right.
froze our balls off in September.
in September.
It was like a weird cold spell. We had no jackets. We were like tan from from Rome. It was like 800 degrees. Rome I really liked.
Yeah.
Rome I loved. I would go back.
See, like Italy, I'd go. My sister-in-law has a place there. They always go with my brother. And if I would travel there, obviously I would go with him. Like, see, I'm very reluctant to traveling to these places by myself. Like, I don't, like, it's fine to
I'm
discover
reluctant
stuff.
to go to Laval right now. Okay, I have 2 kids under 6. I don't want to take them anywhere. Greece, Billy had fucking jet lag. We were there for 22 days. She had it for 14.
Come on.
Jet lag. Couldn't sleep. I was like, fuck
Poor
me.
kid, man.
The poor kid. She didn't care. She slept whenever she wanted to.
Let's talk about the U.S., guys. There was an election, the midterms. The Republicans won the House of Representatives, and this week they had to elect a new speaker, because remember Nancy Pelosi said that she wasn't
So
interested
I have to
anymore.
step down because I have big tits. That's what I remember. Big tits.
Quote. That's a direct quote.
Yeah, I have big tits.
So they've attempted to elect a new speaker, and they're failing miserably. The Republicans are so divided. There's some pro-Trump elected members, and some that aren't pro-Trump, and they just couldn't get elected. They couldn't elect a speaker. Now, from what I'm reading, so there was this guy, Kevin McCarthy, that was, the guy that everybody thought that he was going to get through, but the pro-Trump guys voted against him, and they blocked it. Obviously, the Democrats had their own guy that they were voting for, so they split the vote. You need 218 votes as a majority to elect them, and they just can't get it. So there's a stalemate now in the House of Representatives. There's no speaker, so without a speaker, they can't start. They can't sit. And up until today, I don't have any information on whether or not it is.
What's happening here?
I don't have any information on whether or not.
Why are you making that face in that picture?
I'm just trying to throw George off his game, bro.
It looks like you squinting. Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Let's
Poseidon
see. Can I do
squinting.
it? Can I do it? Hold on.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Fucking spitting image.
Anyway,
That's all that Mongol DNA that you have that got passed through the steps into Anatolia.
so there you have it. The first task, the Republicans, they can't even achieve it in the House of Representatives. It's a little bit of an embarrassment. We'll see. There was an interesting stat. Let me just go back here because it happened also in the past where for 3 months they weren't able to. I think that was the record. I can't find the information now. In 1856.
Kind of racist in the chat, guys. Ease up.
It took them 2 months, 133 rounds of voting.
Sorry. I'm doing my own thing.
Hold on.
to get
How's
a
that
speaker.
racist?
You have to read the thread, like the whole conversation.
Hold on. The show is chaotic today.
Yeah, it is chaotic.
How long has it been since you had a consistent show? Normal, your mom calls.
What?
For cheap tickets, I always drop down 50. You didn't come in. Phil taking like a Quebecois is the best. Talking
My
like a
mom
Quebecois.
calls.
His Quebec impression was really good. Cuba, you get good food 1 out of 3 times. I love the Costa del Sol in Spain. Did you go to Ibiza? South of Spain is
I didn't
so
read
different.
the entire chat.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I love Gibraltar. It's like
There you
being
go.
in England, but on an island with monkey and the view on Morocco. England is on an island and has a ton of Moroccans. No literal monkeys. Ha ha ha. I never mentioned monkeys. No, you made it racist, Phil. Yeah, you made it racist.
I didn't.
She's talking about actual monkeys.
I never mentioned monkeys.
Wait, you're how have you been chatting? I've
I
been
don't
in front
listen
of
to you.
I've been in front of you all this time. I didn't even notice you fucking typing.
I don't care at all about what you're talking about.
This is Phil's talent.
fucking-
He can look at you straight in the eye with his hand. He's just typing away.
I'm a multitasker.
Jesus Christ! I never even noticed this shit.
Oh, wow.
Oh man,
racist,
okay.
George.
Strange news. You might like this.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
In high school, did you guys watch the movie Romeo and Juliet? This 1960s old Romeo and Juliet
With the
movie?
cars.
Oh, the old one. No, I
cars.
watched the one with
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio and the broad there. What's her name?
Claire Danes.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the one you're talking
Wow.
about?
you don't have
No,
any?
like
Which one?
a 1960. This one.
No, I never watched the old one.
No, I've never seen that.
Okay, so that's
I
the
thought
one
you were
we
talking
watched.
about that one.
So that's the one we watched
'Cause you're old.
in high school. It was filmed in 1968. And here's the weirdest thing. I'm just going through the news. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening here? So the 2 kids there that played Romeo and Juliet, they were 15 and 16 at the time.
Okay.
And I don't remember this. Maybe they had like an edited version for high school. But apparently there's a nude scene.
Nice.
Yeah, and dude, over 15 and 16. They just came out now, those 2. They're in their fucking 60s or 70s, and they're suing Paramount, claiming that
Child abuse.
it was child abuse.
It's 100% child
They did it
abuse.
without our consent. We didn't know. Dude,
They didn't know they were
Oh
naked.
my God.
No, they didn't know that
Don't show fucking teen.
No, I
nudity.
will
Oh.
show it to you guys, but I will not show it to the people.
No, I don't think I want to see it.
I don't even remember.
I don't want to see fucking teenagers nude, bro. What are you doing?
No,
Stop
man.
It.
Now
That's
we're
not-
all going to jail.
What are you doing?
That's not Romeo and Juliet,
That's
is
not
it?
it. It's a black and white movie.
I know,
This is just breasts. You're just showing us breasts.
I know. I'm trying to find it.
What are you fucking search, Caligula? What is happening?
God, dude, what are you doing? Anyway, whatever. So they're suing them. The weird thing is that
They had parental consent?
no, but did you have to wait? How many is it? Like 60 years?
Well, Me Too movement just happened, bro.
No, but 60 years, dude. You have to fucking.
They must
Hey,
have fucking ran out of royalty money.
That's exactly what is happening. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Wait, let me get the amount here. Hold on.
60s
God,
was a
damn it,
wild
wait.
time, bro.
60s was a wild time. Free love, bro.
Wait, guys, I need to get the.
What happened to free the nipple?
It was freed.
They're
Hey.
suing them. They're suing them for
much?
hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not. It's not exactly.
no.
It's not precise, but
Hundreds of
of millions of dollars. 60 years later, we want to be.
Is Paramount even technically the same company anymore? Or has it been bought out since? I don't remember.
I don't know. Theoretically, if they have the
No,
rights
Paramount
to the
is.
movie,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But hold on what grounds are they suing them though?
That back in the day they were minors, they were exploited.
Okay.
That apparently,
But did their parents sign papers?
I don't know, man.
I don't think you
Look-
can give parental consent to have a nude child
Of
anywhere.
course you can.
No.
No, I know I'm busting balls. But hold on.
You're a piece of work, huh?
Here's the thing. What happened is really fucked up.
Because what they're saying, sorry, the director said we need to have this scene or else the movie's going to flop.
He was
and
a
they kind
pedophile.
of pressured them into doing it.
So he was a pedophile. First thing-
Hollywood pedophile.
Wow, what a surprise!
In a twist. that
What,
shocked
right?
no one.
These guys aren't pedophiles. Rarely. Anyways, for hundreds of millions of dollars, I think is a little bit exaggerated. If they had asked for like 5 milli, like they're about to die, they're in their 60s, they're gonna live what, another 20 years?
Yeah, but they
like
gotta,
if
they gotta
asked,
make up for the 60 years.
yeah, but no, if they had asked for like 10 milli each, I'd be like, aight. You know, it's understandable. They
Someone
fucked
brought up
up.
the Nirvana baby from the cover of
Ah,
the Nirvana
yes.
album, but he was a baby. It was different.
Still, you're.
But
But this was a
is that
sex scene.
settled? Is that settled? though?
He lost, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's
Oh.
protected by a bunch of I forget the fucking ruling. But this was a sex scene.
Didn't they have consent? I think the thing about that is that they had consent
They had
from the
consent.
kid's parents.
It wasn't sexual. It was art. It was
And
the kid
yeah, I
is a
think-
baby.
Yeah, so the kid sued them that I didn't. Obviously, I was a baby. I wasn't. Yeah.
You know what's funny? Nirvana
different.
sued by the baby from Nevermind's album cover, the BBC. I don't know why that's funny to me.
Dude, we just.
I know.
Is it
I know.
fucking-
I know. I know. 2023, same New Year, same Poseidon.
Bro, we literally just spoke about that.
No, I know, but I'm bringing,
No, he's just
bringing it
reading
back
the
up.
headline.
Oh, okay.
But this was a sex scene. I'm pretty sure if I understand. I've never seen
Yeah,
the film.
yeah. It's like but it's not like it's not like the sex scenes they're filming now. Fuck, you know what I mean? I think it was just.
I mean, now
I can't even
now
remember
the kids
it.
are really into it.
Yeah.
I hear. That's what people tell me. Poseidon was
But
just
would
telling me the other day.
would you consider that the baby on the Nirvana album cover? Would you consider that exploitation?
I don't know. It's a baby just swimming.
I don't think
Babies
at-
swim nude, it's
I think
normal.
at that year when
Do? Damn, I'm going to the baby pool.
You know how on live streams on television there's always like a 10-second delay? I wish his fucking brain had that.
So there you have it.
You're so stupid.
In the weird news of the day, I
That
just
is
saw the
fucking
headline.
odd.
I'm like, dude, they just woke up 60 years later. In other news, Poland,
You ruined the show.
yeah,
I'm proud of that one.
for the 5th time or 6th time today.
They got invaded again.
No, I'm talking him.
Oh, that's
Oh.
sad.
For the
Do you blame me for asking?
No. Yeah. Poland has asked the UN for help. This is the headline. After Germany shuts down new talks on Second World War reparations. So Poland has been seeking $1.3 trillion from Germany as reparation costs from the Second World War. Germany is refusing to even open those kind of negotiations because apparently Poland, back in the communist era, had agreed to
Waive those rights?
Yeah, exactly.
While under Soviet duress?
Exactly. So that's the Polish argument now. They're saying, well, no, we were under the Soviet rule. I mean, we can't take that
were
into
not
consideration.
self-autonomous, yeah.
Exactly. You know, but it's still weird though that even under Soviet rule they would waive those out because the Soviets were against the Nazis. So why would even the Soviet Union?
Maybe they didn't want to open a bilateral relationship with West Germany and they're just avoiding that.
But wouldn't they want the money?
Maybe there was something else at play that we
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know.
Because there were no diplomatic ties at that point.
Right.
Yeah, in the Checkpoint Charlie era, like, no. I mean, the Soviets did a lot of wild shit, so who knows what they were thinking.
And I mean, if there is a country that deserves it, it's definitely Poland.
Definitely
right?
Poland.
It's definitely Poland.
There's a bunch of countries who never got reparations. I think Greece has no reparations.
Greece has been claiming it.
They've never gotten a dime.
No.
No. What about the massacre victims? Didn't the families get something a few years ago? In
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
What's
What's that city called? City, town, whatever. Karadzica? No, not Karadzica. I don't know. There was a massacre that
For those who
happened.
don't know, Karadzica translates to little heart.
Karadzica.
What the fuck is it called? I can't remember. I don't know.
Mesologi? No, that's the wrong war. That's I'm off by like 200 years.
Yeah.
My bad. But yeah, there was no reparations paid there either. I'm sure there's a bunch of other countries who didn't.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Like,
Because for those interested to know, I mean, what happened is that when Nazis took
The way you
took
said
over these countries,
The real end
they
people.
took loans from those countries' banks, basically.
took loans is a weird way of saying
Yeah.
it. They cleared out their coffers. They stole all their money.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Anyway,
Poland trying to get some cash.
yeah.
What's Poland's biggest export? Do you know?
Let's see. Not sure.
Where is it? Is it sausage? I feel like it's sausage.
Probably
That makes
not.
sense.
It would make sense.
No, I'm sure
Maybe
they
like
have
an
natural
alcohol or
resources.
something. Poland?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty far north. They must have something.
Motor vehicles.
Poland.
What do they make?
No, they
Polestar.
build them there.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
The top exports of Poland are motor vehicles, parts, and accessories.
Oh, cool.
Good for Poland.
Oh my God. 8701 to 8705, $12.4 billion seats. Car seats, $5.69 billion.
Really?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Parts and accessories, $12.4 billion. Seats, $5.69 billion. Other furniture, $5.61. Cars, $5.42 billion.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh my God. Electric batteries, $5.29
Electric
billion.
batteries. Interesting. Okay, good for Poland. I mean,
Mostly
they're
to
doing all right.
Germany.
Smart.
Oh, the Germans are smart.
No, the Polish are smart.
No.
No?
The Germans.
They turned them into a work camp. Is that what the
yeah.
joke you're making? Yeah. Okay, moving
Oh
on.
my God.
Someone will kill boss and it makes me laugh.
For the first time
I
ever,
love you, baby.
for the first time ever in our history here in Quebec,
We're letting black people speak French.
Are you okay, bro?
There are more people over 64 years old than there are people younger than 21 in Quebec. It's
How's
a
that possible? I thought
Nice.
COVID killed them all.
it's a demographic catastrophe according to this article.
It really is. Our birth rate's low.
You know why,
It's a
bro?
very low birth rate, which also kind of gives way to the argument of immigration, right? Which we're so dependent on. But it's weird though. It's strange how nobody's having babies. I mean,
I know you have kids already, but if you
guess
didn't
the
have
economic
kids right now and you saw the world around you, would you have a new kid?
I don't think I
Would you have a third kid?
No, I didn't want a third kid to begin with. But I think if I had just gotten married, I don't think I'd be oblivious to the economic reality.
I don't think that's true.
I don't
think that's true at all.
I think if you want kids, I don't think that you're thinking, economically, is it the right time?
If you want kids, but you can't afford kids and you're not an idiot and you're educated, which most of my generation is, educated, not smart.
Yeah.
You're like, "Ugh, I can't
funny.
afford a kid.
I'm glad you clarified that.
No problem.
I don't think we ever sat down with my wife and thought, okay, can we afford a kid? Like, what is it going to cost?
Well,
Like,
we had a
we never went through
conversation.
that exercise.
Because you were in the fucking post 2008 boom, fucking buying houses in Brossard and working for the government, making a shit ton of money.
yeah. Fucking
Getting fired with fucking 6-year severance. Think I don't know how you live, bro? You fucking elitist piece of shit.
6 years severance, fuck, I wish. But there you have it.
I know what argument to make into having kids.
Yeah. What is it?
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna let my intrusive thoughts win this time. It's too
Okay,
dirty.
good. Moving on. I think that's really the issue. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think about a third kid. Part of me is like, you're too damn tired, bro. Don't do it. And then I'm like, fuck, man. All this money being spent. Like,
He wants the boy. You want the boy, don't you?
I want to try, but I'm not going to. Like, I'm done.
I'm done.
It would have been
How
nice.
funny would it be? Like you go to have a boy and then you have like triplets
girls?
and it's
Yeah.
3 girls.
Oh my, you get ruined.
And that, my friend, is exactly why I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
My grandmother
He's not betting on
was
it.
a twin. Like, there's lots
No.
of twins in my family.
So
No.
statistically, it's
Statistically,
there.
it's there. I'm not
Yeah.
touching it. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I had done that
Also,
calculation.
we're not that
Rosalie
young
is part of the problem. I would never have kids.
Okay.
I went through that kind of calculation as well. I was like, yeah, I'd
Not
like
worth
to,
the risk.
I'd like to have the boy, but what if I get a third girl? I'm like, oh, jeez.
I want
fuck.
another one.
Nothing wrong with girls. I love girls. They're,
It's
they're
true.
the
You guys
best.
just have girls, huh?
we
You guys
both have
fucked
girls.
over women heavy.
So that's why
huh?
I got a male dog.
When you were single.
Just to call.
Not really.
We need another pair of
I'm joking.
testicles, or at least for the first 8
I don't
months.
know. Most of my friends who have kids right now are both girls. Like, I don't know how that works. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been nice to let my family name survive another generation, but that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll survive with my girls, but they're not gonna.
It'll
Someone once
survive.
told me, "What if they get married and the guy's progressive and he takes their name?" I'm like, I don't want them to marry that guy.
Hold on.
Or
we
your
have to
girl-
pause everything right now because I think I read the most dumbest shit I've ever read in my
The
life.
most dumbest.
The most dumbestest. Rosalie wrote, Poseidon, I'm not the problem. I'm saving the world by not reproducing.
Don't argue with her. I want to hear her logic before you argue.
How are you saving the world, Rosalie?
There's too many of us.
That's not true.
I don't know if you're saving the world. I think it's a big statement to make.
Yeah.
You having
that's
kids.
very.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the world. We're talking about Quebec.
That's almost as retarded.
Look, it's fine if you don't want to have kids. Look, I respect
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. No, I'm not saying it's she doesn't want to have kids. She doesn't have kids.
Yeah, man.
No. You make your own, but that's not. But I'm just saying her argument doesn't make any sense.
Because you don't want kids like me. I don't understand her question.
What do you mean, kids?
Haha, Jaja. Oh, Jaja.
Haha, Jaja.
Haha, Jaja. I'm not following this conversation. But if you don't want to have kids, don't have kids.
your daughters can have the kid on their
People,
own
you know
now
what
with
the issue is? I feel like
I don't want them to do
people
that.
don't
It
realize.
seems lonely.
But
Could you imagine raising a kid by yourself?
I feel like people don't
Well, you're
appreciate.
gonna raise it.
I feel like people
no,
don't
no, I'm not,
appreciate.
bro.
Hold on,
Exactly.
pause. I feel like people
Mom,
don't
Dad, I'm
appreciate
moving back in.
how
Oh, by the way, I'm
rare it
pregnant.
is. I feel like people don't appreciate how rare it is
I'm an
for
independent
someone to
woman.
be born into the world. Like it's insane. Like I feel like we don't appreciate.
Bro, it happens every day.
I understand it happens every day, but it's a 1 in 400 million chance. You know
I
that, right?
mean, not in a trailer park. The statistics are much higher. My point being, if you don't want kids, that's fine. I get it. I don't fully understand that sentiment. Like, we're only here to make more of us. That's literally our prime directive as a species.
Yeah.
So-
When people start saying shit like that, you could tell that it's because it's in our it's not nature. It's what is it? It's
Instinct.
animal instinct to reproduce.
It is.
So you know there's.
But you can make an argument that
So you
we're
know-
a higher
I understand, but we
species,
still have.
so when we can fight that instinct, it
Yeah,
makes
but we
us more
still have the
evolved.
lizard brain. We still have our instincts at the end of the day. That means that our world is too, like, there's something wrong with our world. There's something wrong with our environment
Yeah,
in
there
order
is.
for not.
It's us.
No.
We're what's wrong with the environment. We've created an environment that does not suit us to be at our best.
That's very true.
We're overstimulated.
Yeah.
We have no threats to respond to that are contextualized and local. Everything's
Yeah.
like existential.
And
So
I'm
we're
not-
fucking all falling
And
apart.
I'm not bashing Rosalie. I'm just saying, in order for people to think like that, it means that, yeah, our environment is fucking us up. That's sad.
I mean, as fun as it is to have kids, and it's an unbelievable experience. It's difficult, man.
It's very difficult.
It's
I mean, that's not what we're talking about here, but yes, I agree with you.
Everything's difficult in life, bro.
Sometimes I look at my kids, I'm like,
raising
oh, wait.
kids is probably on top of that list.
Yeah, no, 100%. But you get the 80 with no kids. See how difficult that is.
Sorry,
We don't have to do that.
get to
No,
That's
no,
what
I'm
we're
saying it as an
avoiding, yeah.
example.
Yeah.
You know?
You let me know.
Go fuck yourself. I mean, I
can't
want
see
kids.
I can't see you having kids.
Really?
I don't know.
No, you should. You should. I think
I
it's
want
gonna-
kids.
He'll have kids. He'll never see them, but he'll have them. He'll be a deadbeat. Nah.
No. I'm not doing what my
Dude,
father did
that's
to me.
gonna be.
If you have a
probably the
shit
biggest
father, if you
wake-up
have a
call you'll
shit
get.
father, there's two ways you can go. You either become the best dad because you're like, I'm not doing that,
Yeah.
or you're just like, I'm too fucked up. I'm gonna do the same thing.
No. Me, I
50,
want.
50, I don't mean you. I mean 50-50 split.
Maybe you should, man. Maybe that's the wake up call you've been waiting for.
So
'Cause it
she
definitely
raises
is.
an excellent argument, Rosalie. I want to stick on the birth giving thing.
Birth giving.
So she makes an excellent point that women have to go through it, and it's incredibly painful.
Hey, no one's arguing that.
Yeah, no,
like,
100%. I think also men have done a terrible job of supporting women through that endeavor.
It's irrelevant because
Wait,
even,
hold on.
even if
I
you
wanna hear
support
what he
your
has to
woman,
say.
it still doesn't ease the pain that they're going through.
zero ease, no ease.
No, I understand, but
It sucks.
we can make it more enjoyable.
No,
Not by much.
no.
Yeah,
they,
there's-
they, they
I-
have
I
the,
under-
they have the
I
entire
understand,
burden.
but also I would like to
It
argue.
sucks. I was there.
At
I
100
saw it. It looks
bro,
terrible.
It
Yeah.
100% sucks.
But here's
But
the
also
thing,
the way that women give birth in our modern world is not the correct way. You know the correct way is to give birth by standing up.
Oh, stop watching the
It's
National
true.
Geographic.
It's true,
It doesn't matter. It's still
bro.
a
I've
pain.
watched
different-
Apocalypto.
Different cultures have done different standing, squatting on all fours. Like it just whatever. Cesarean birth, yeah, it's a thing. It's also very fucking terrible, by the way. Just so you guys know,
Yo,
because I've
cesarean
witnessed it.
fucks
I mean,
women
my wife
up,
had,
bro.
we had two C-sections. She had
so
two
did Anna.
C-sections. It's the healing process is longer, obviously.
Anna's fucking scar opened up on the second one, like at home.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, that's terrible. Yo, and it's terrible. My mother.
What's the age difference between the first and second?
3.5 years.
Wow.
It had nothing to do with that. It was just
Yeah,
like a
because
freak
normally
occurrence.
after
one
2
of the
years,
stitches just busted.
that's strange. Because normally after 2 years you can have a natural childbirth. Because normally,
Not 2 years. They had told us like 4.
Oh no, they had told us 2.
And when-
if it's within 2 years,
After
you
what
need to
happened,
do another
after what
C-section.
happened with
After
the
2,
first
you can
birth
try.
attempt, the guy, the Anna's
thinking about it, the
OBGYN, he was
fucking
like,
thing opening, man.
no, we're scheduling a C-section.
sure.
You're not doing that again. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
bro.
but just
I
to-
made the mistake after the first child, like as I was leaving, because during a C-section, you have to leave with the baby, which I didn't know. I thought we were going to hang out with her until they stitched her up and we'd all leave together. She's like, go with her. I'm like, I don't know that baby. I'm staying with you. Like, I don't want to go with the baby.
Yeah.
I leave
I
you
don't
here.
know that baby.
And then as I
It's
left,
not my kid.
I looked
Look at
back
it, it's black.
and I saw everything. It was like a halal butcher shop, man. It was bad. It was bad.
No, yeah, it's fucked up. Like my mother, when she had me, she decided not to take the epidural.
What?
She didn't know how big your head was, eh?
Yeah, and I came out 11 pounds, my friend.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Get the fuck outta
and
here,
she
bro. I
gave
don't believe
natural
that.
birth. It took a really long time to give birth to me. Like
11 pounds.
11 pounds, my friend.
No wonder she smoked. She's still fucking living the trauma of that.
My brothers walked out, bro. Yeah. 11
Knock,
pounds.
knock.
She gave natural birth, but she's a big lady too, but still.
No, dude.
Muña says that.
Stop.
No wonder my father
Her
was
vagina
like,
fell off.
But just, you guys are so stupid. Fucking idiots.
Why am I an idiot?
But Rosalie, the payout is so much more worth it. Like I know, like
don't try to convince someone who doesn't want kids to have kids.
No, I'm
Like,
just
there's no
saying
reason.
that in,
No,
the,
no, no.
in the long run, it's
You can always adopt a kid. There's plenty of
Yeah,
kids who
yeah.
need parents.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's its own thing. It's I would never try to argue with someone. Like one of my things that really bugs me before we had kids, people would ask when we were having kids.
yeah, fuck off.
I would never. I mean, I have one friend who I did ask because we're very close. I was like, hey, like, are you guys?
Yeah, trying. Yeah.
No, is kids on the list? Like,
Oh,
I'm very
okay.
careful how I ask because I've been in situations where I saw someone ask and they're like, oh yeah, I'm sterile.
Oh,
like,
shit.
like just you have no business asking. It's none of your concern, right?
Which, by the way, parents don't seem to understand. You know, you get married and you have relatives. So, baby.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
that's
fuck off,
immigrant people.
Step back.
I'm just saying, like, it's not
It
a
happened
question
us
to
pretty
ask.
quickly. I mean, within 2 years, we had a
Yeah,
baby.
brag, George, brag.
No, I'm just
Brag
saying.
more for the people who can't have kids.
No, there's nothing against people that can't have kids.
I remember asking you what the plan was when she was pregnant the first time. What was the plan? You're like, just, bro, all the time.
Oh, well, okay. What's the trick? You mean?
Yeah, what's the trick? You're like, all the time, bro, all the time. You get a good spread.
Yeah, because people panic too much. They're like they try to plan it. They try to put it they organize it.
Walking around with a thermometer in your ass.
Yeah, they're like, guys, stop fucking stressing, man. Just have sex. Don't worry.
It'll come.
You'll have kids.
Yeah.
That's the idea. You know,
I
trying
mean,
to plan it and try to get the
There
best.
are a lot of people who can't have kids right now. Like it's like an epidemic.
I honestly, and look, I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert, but I have a feeling that your mental condition probably has something to do with it. If you're fucking stressed and if you're panicking about getting it right and oh my god, I didn't get pregnant. It's been a year. We're trying. Stop fucking worrying, man. Stop panicking.
I mean, after a year, I understand being a little worried.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because you're worried. I don't know.
I don't know.
Again,
I'm not sure. This is a weird conversation we're having.
Anyway, all right, guys. The inflation is not gonna disappear this year, unfortunately.
I
No
read a
shit.
headline this morning that maybe there's a recession coming, and I laughed so hard.
Maybe.
You know
I
how we
laughed
make inflation
so hard.
disappear? We inflate women's bellies by putting babies in them.
that
We
won't
make more
solve the
people work more. No, I'm making
It's a
shit
20-year
up.
solution.
I'm
though.
making shit up.
What's hanging off your chin?
What?
It's right here. Something
Relax, dude.
Your coffee cup, dude. Pick it up.
No, it's empty. Hold on, bro.
Then what's your name?
That's my girlfriend's hair, bro.
That's a cat hair.
It was
No,
stuck
no.
in the shirt from the
Yeah, it
washing
was stuck in the
machine.
shirt from the washing machine.
Oh, I've
'cause-
been there.
I've had those
Oh
in the underwear.
fuck, bro! I got so
In the
scared.
ass. You're like, what is that? You're like,
you go pee and like you're pulling it and you can
it's like
feel
wrapped
it.
around your dick. You're like, ow!
It's wrapped around your balls. You're like, what the fuck?
Bro, sometimes it comes out of your fucking foreskin, bro. You're just pulling it.
No, that's never happened to me. That's never happened.
What?
To me.
That's always. Even with my ex-girlfriend, I would pull out hair from my foreskin all the time, bro.
What? How did? I don't want to know.
Because it gets stuck in your boxers from the washing machine. You wear the boxers, it gets tangled under your foreskin, and then you feel some discomfort. You're peeing.
No,
You're like,
I've
"What's this?"
never. That's never happened.
And you're
to
like,
me.
"What's this?"
How the fuck did you
I've
get
had
in
it-
your foreskin?
I've had
I
it
don't
get
know,
stuck
bro.
in my butt crack. You know, that's happened in the boxers, but
yeah.
under the foreskin.
I have
You're
very
just
flappy
walking around with your
foreskin.
foreskin pulled back.
No, I have very flappy foreskin.
What did you say?
I have very floppy foreskin.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm not okay.
Oh my god, bro.
We need help.
It looks like an anteater where he rolled. Oh my god. My stomach hurts.
Everything hurts.
Woo!
Here, pick up your cup.
Oh, bro.
Dude.
I'm gonna clean it up. Oh, it writes Pustra.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Bro, I'm so dizzy right now. I can't breathe.
Oh, fuck.
Bro,
Oh,
I'm still laughing with you.
oh, shit.
Roll the music. Roll the music. We're done. I can't.
shit.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
What a great
Oh
way to
my
end the
God.
show, guys.
Oh. Oh,
All
my
right,
goodness.
guys. Thank you for joining us on the first show of the year. I don't have it in me.
Oh my God.
Patreon.com/Pantelis, Pantelis.comedy.com.
Oh.
George Sandrizos. I am the Poseidon.
I am Poseidon.com.
I am Poseidon.com. I'm Phil. The Balabanos.com. Thank you. Goodbye. I can't breathe.
Thank you
Oh
for the
my
laughter.
My face
That was
hurts.
an excellent way to end the show, guys. Honestly.
Oh my God.
We'll see you.
Do the sound effect again.
Fucking
Floppy foreskin Poseidon.
Floppy foreskin.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
God.
and
Take
we'll
care,
see
guys.
you
See
on
you next
Friday.
episode.
Oh.